Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to your Rabata popover dinner. And thank you for coming. And thank you, hosts, for hosting us. I'm sure that you were impressed by the video that you just saw, because every time I look at it, I'm impressed. And I already know all about that stuff. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah for the blessing of the ability to do this work. Our mission statement is to create positive cultural change. Our mission statement at Rabata is to create positive cultural change through creative educational opportunities. And every single one of our projects is about learning. It's about learning about Islam, learning about ourselves, learning about the Prophet ﷺ, learning about the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, learning how to come together to push back against Islamophobia, against all of those that will want to make us feel some kind of shame for holding on to our religion. Our Daybreak Press books, right now we're in public libraries, right now we're in public schools. What I want is to have hundreds of books that flood the market with positive messages about Islam. I don't know if you've noticed, but most books that are out there in Barnes and Noble, most books in your child's school, teach a very negative message. In those books, Islam is the problem. In our books, Islam is a joyful part of the protagonist's life in the novels. And in our other books, we have academic books and we have creative nonfiction. We have motivational books, all books that help to create positive cultural change. I would like to see 100 books in the next year. I'd like to see hundreds of books in the market. It costs us a little upwards of $10,000 for each book to publish, for each book. We're asking you tonight to help support pushing back against Islamophobia through our Daybreak Press. Daybreak Bookshop, where we distribute the books from Daybreak Bookshop, and we are a social justice bookstore open to the wider community. This bookstore is on University of Minnesota campus. And one of our goals has been to show the community a great example of what it means to be a Muslim business. So our rent is expensive. It costs us $5,000 a month to pay the rent for this place. But when a woman or a man or a child comes through those doors and asks us a question about Islam, or buys a book about the Prophet ﷺ, or says to us, I've been looking for a book like this, or says, keep up the good work, it's worth every penny, because it's pushing back against Islamophobia. It's bringing forth the positive message of Islam, the da'wah of the Prophet ﷺ. Our Rabata academic program, which I'm dreaming to make a Masters of Divinity program. We have an Ijazah program, which I'm proud of and excited about, and that will not change. I want to add to that a Masters of Divinity program and get accredited. That's a huge project. In order to get accredited, it's going to cost us upwards of $50,000, depending on whether or not we're able to get a brick and mortar, which then that even expands that. But for now, as an online program, if we can provide a Master's of Divinity, a terminal degree for women, it is very exciting. And we're asking for your help to help us do that. Every student who comes through Ribat, it costs $100 for one class. To do a full year, depending on how many classes she takes, it can cost $2,000, $3,000, up to $1,000 to do a full level, a full level. Help these women complete each level of the Ribat program. These women, when they're graduating from their classes and their levels, they're going to prisons and teaching. They're teaching their halaqas. They're teaching their youth groups. They're teaching their children. They're comforting themselves. They're uplifting themselves with Islamic knowledge. Our Leadership and Legacy program is a download that's free, and the St. Paul Public Schools downloaded it. I want to be able to write curriculum programs for elementary schools. I want to be able to write curriculum programs for public schools about Islam, and for our Islamic schools. Islamic curriculum that after the child is done with it, They're excited about Islam, joyful about their relationship to the Prophet ﷺ, their relationship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, their relationship to their own religion, their identity of self. To write and publish curriculum is $20,000, $30,000 a year probably. But inshallah, I want to get to that place. We're asking you tonight to join with us in this project. And don't say to yourself, oh, I don't have $50,000. I don't have those big numbers that she's talking about. You know, I teach the companions class, and in the companions class, one of the things we have is practical homework. So how do we live the lives of the companions? So when we're learning about Abu Hudayfa, part of the homework is be generous as he was generous. And so the homework is to give sadaqah. And I have a myriad of responses to that. Two that really stick out in my head right now. I had a non-Muslim taking the class, and she wrote to me and she said, I hope that I've honored the memory of Abu Hudayfa. I'm afraid I haven't given enough, but I gave $5,000. And she told me all the different places that she sent it. So she sent 1,000 here, 2,000 to her mom, a couple thousand elsewhere, 100 to another place. It was beautiful. And then another woman said to me, I was afraid about this homework. I was afraid about this homework because my budget is so tight, I knew I didn't have an extra dollar to give. But I wanted to do it. And I was at a local store, and something that I needed to buy was on sale. And so I had an extra $2. I was so excited. I ran home and I donated the $2 to Rabata. And I asked to Allah that those $2 would seep in and mix into all of the projects, and that reward would come back to me. I cried when I got that email. I cried tears because of how touched I was, and tears of admiration for this woman who gets it, who understands the reward that we get from supporting the work that needs to be done. May Allah bless you. Thank you for your time tonight. Thank you for your financial donation. May Allah reward you, and may you see that financial donation stand with you on the Day of Judgment and call out as an intercessor to you. Thank you for your time and your talents, if you have time and talents that you can donate. And thank you for getting involved. Join the Pilgrims at Home game in the fall. Set up a Pilgrims at Home game in your local mosque. Sign up for a Rabata class. Buy Daybreak Press books. Go to daybreak.rabata.org to order your books instead of Amazon. And definitely go to rabata.org, rabata.org, and click on Support Rabata in the upper right-hand corner. If you can give us a monthly donation, that helps to sustain us. If you can give us a one-time Ramadan donation, that will help to boost us and create those projects and sustain those projects that are so important for positive cultural change. Thank you. May Allah bless you. Allah yabarak feekum. Thank you to your hosts. Thank you to all of you. Have a blessed Ramadan. I'll be making dua for all of you every night in Taraweeh and in Tahajjud, inshaAllah. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you with an answered dua, to answer the secret dua of your heart, by virtue of your generosity in this month. And by virtue of feeling like I'm not alone, that all of us at Rabata feel we're not alone, that we can reach out and link arms with all of you and grow together positive cultural change through creative educational opportunities. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.